See these laydowns? There's laydowns and grass. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to key in on some of these little grass clumps that are out here on this flat. And it's really sparse. But I'm trying to run that chatterbait through that grass and get it kind of hung up and then just kind of rip it out of there. And I want to keep my rod kind of pointed at it, and as soon as I feel it grab that grass and just kind of rip it a little bit just to get it to clear. A lot of times that's when you're going to get your reaction strike. When you're fishing this kind of stuff, if you can, you want the sun to be at your back. It just kind of lights up everything in front of you a whole lot better. It's a little bit easier to see that stuff. The boat's sitting in about 6 foot of water right here. It's just a big flat in the back of a creek. Right here we got some sparse grass. Just gonna kind of reel that chatterbait through that grass, and when I start hitting that grass, I'm gonna pop it like that right there. That's usually when you're gonna get your bite. You don't want to really jerk it all the way out of it. You just want to kind of clean it a little bit. There's a lot of wood in here. Chatterbait and wood do not go good together. See some shallow grass over there. There's a fish right there. Fish was right in that grass. That's a good fish too, guys. Really good fish. Nice keeper. That fish was sitting right up there in about 2 foot of water, 3 foot of water. Get up in here, Buster. Say hello to me. Welcome to a beautiful sunny day, sir. So there's a grass clump right over there. This chesty cam's kind of hard to show. I'm not sure if it's that grass clump or that one, but anyway, that fish was sitting in there. This is just the jackhammer chatterbait, 1/2 ounce, with a little skinny dipper on the back. The little dipper they call it. But nice fish. Nice solid chunky fish. Gotta make a cast over there. Nice juicy laydown. Okay, here's a perfect place for one to be right here. See this little scattered clump of grass? It's way out off the bank. I could be able to make a couple casts through that thing. Gonna hit in that grass and I'm gonna jerk it and pop it. A lot of people are missing this kind of stuff. It's still in shallow water. Man, I thought that was a fish. Just expecting one to be there. So I'm gonna cruise down this bank a little bit, stay out. Now all that looks really good up there. You can catch fish on it probably, but the water's about 2 foot visibility now. And my boat's sitting in like 6, so I'm fishing the stuff that's in about 3 to 4. That's about where the water starts getting a little bit darker. Keeper, fat fish. So there's a little bit of there's grass right through here, and I was just fishing that grass. It's like I was talking about. They're just sitting out off the bank a little bit. The bank's been getting pounded, so next place they'll go is just a little bit out just a little bit deeper, not much. But as long as you got some grass around, they'll be sitting in that stuff. The wind's blowing in here. Same deal on that chatterbait. I was about to switch to spinnerbait, and I might do that just to see. But that's a nice little fat fish. Put her back. Careful we're coming up on a secondary point. There's a couple right here close to each other. So I'm gonna pull out just a little bit and make a cast across that secondary point. Oh, there's a bass ball on it right there. It might have been a shad, actually. Huh, that was interesting. Just gonna work this point. I think there might be some grass out on it. There's a little bit of grass right there. There we go. Spinnerbait fish. Bad. Switch to that spinnerbait. Caught a little guy. Just a little 3/8 ounce war eagle. I'm probably going to be targeting the outside of this grass to see if any fish are just kind of sitting out off of it a little bit. Kind of got to finesse it through there and jerk it through a little bit. There's actually some clumps out here a little deeper that you can't see. There's totally submerged. So make a few casts out there and let it actually sink to the bottom, and then start your retrieve. See if you can slow roll it through that grass. There's some grass right there. Some more. This water's really warmed up. It's like 65 degrees over here. Okay, we're gonna make a little color change here. Went through this more. It's kind of like a, I don't know, Beehive Delight kind of color. The green pumpkin bluegill color. Chatterbait. It's a little bit lighter. It's a 3/8 ounce. I'm gonna put a little zoom speed crawl in there. And I think I should be getting more bites in here. So the water's cleared up quite a bit. I'm gonna go to something that's a little bit more neutral. A little bit more natural, neutral. See if I can generate a few bites with this color change. You got to try, you just never know. So we're going to throw that on there. Take some chartreuse. Just kind of hit the tips of this a little bit. You don't need much. There we go. That should be good. Let's see what happens. I gotta try a frog. Look at that. First cast for frog. Nice fish. Nice fish. On the frog. Get it done. Look at that, guys. Ate it. First cast. It just looked right. Over there in that shade. Throwing that chatterbait around. They're not really reacting to it. I had one kind of roll up on it. So that's pretty cool. Got a lot of shade. Maybe I can run this stuff. Look at that, folks. Just it looked like the right place to throw a frog. First cast over there. This fish just rolled up on it. I don't know. It's nice and shady. There's a lot of grass. Just classic frog-looking water. The water temp's like 64 degrees over here, and that fish just absolutely ate it. So that's a nice fish. Nice chunky fish. I need to be flipping this stuff. All right, guys, kind of a midday report. I got a few hours left to fish, and I've really been trying to stay away from what I think is working, which sounds odd. I haven't thrown the black and blue swim jig, which if you've seen some of my videos recently, you know that's what's been going on out here for me personally. I have not picked it up yet. I've been playing with that chatterbait in the grass, which has worked. The spinnerbait's caught a few fish, and I caught a nice frog fish. But I ran that for a little while, and that wasn't the deal. It was just kind of a fluke. So I pulled back in an area where I know they spawn. This is on the main lake, and I'm gonna slow down and just do some pitching. See if I can. I'm gonna pitch some wood. I'm just gonna give this about 30 minutes. See if I can get bit, and then I'm gonna probably go to. I got another spot I'm gonna check out and try to do the same thing. Just kind of slow down, see if I can get some bites doing that. And then I may just spend the rest of the day just covering water fast to pick up that black and blue swim jig. There you go. Ha! That's the same kind of bite I've been getting. Fish thumped it. It's a nice fish. It's the third bite I've had on this beaver, and they're just thumping it, and there's nothing there. That's exactly what that fish did, but I ended up getting a hook in him. So, nice fish. Just throwing a little beaver, quarter ounce head. And I just dipped the, I just took my marker, that red marker, and hit the tips of that thing. And then I sprayed it down with some Bang. And that's the first bite I've had since I did that, and the fish hung on to it. So maybe that's telling me something. But it's nice to get a little pitch and bite. It's been a moving bite for me lately. Just decided to slow down and fish a little slower. There's a nice laydown. Ooh! Did you see that? Holy crap. As soon as that thing hit the water, about a 16-incher came up and slammed it. It's funny because I'm seeing some bluegill on top of the water right here. I already spooked that fish, but that was pretty cool. That happened quick. All right, I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna throw this little, this is a little moccasin finesse jig, 5/16 in the melon color. And I'm gonna put this little Jaime colored, this is a smallie beaver. So we're gonna rig this up. I'm just kind of doing a little experimenting. I'm getting bit on a regular beaver. I want to see if I can get bit on this jig too. You know, if I kept my head down and just picked up one bait, I'd probably catch more fish, but I just like experimenting. I like to see if I can get one to bite on other things too. Sometimes it works out really well, sometimes it doesn't. So there you go, that's a nice little compact package there. I'm gonna take this red, spike it, and I'm gonna hit the tips. That's what the jig looks like. It's a nice little morsel. We'll see what happens. All right, that's a sweet looking little jig. We're gonna put some Bang on there. Bang it up, baby. Bang it up. Boom, boom, bang, bang. Come on, jiggy fish. There he is. Another jig fish. Fish just picked it up and started swimming with it. Thought it was going down that laydown. That little finesse jig. That's cool. A little 5/16 finesse jig. All right, I came down through the stretch a while ago and got several bites. I got this finesse jig on now. Came through the first time with the beaver and got several bites, caught one. Put this finesse jig on, and I'm gonna go back through this little stretch because I got so many bites. I'm just curious to see if I can pick up some more fish with a different look. You know, something I'll do when I'm up shallow pitching, especially if it's a hard bottom, is I'll turn my front graph off and my back graph off as well. So no electronics when I'm fishing shallow. I had the electronics on. The sun's probably right in your face, but I noticed that I'm seeing a lot of gizzard shad in this grass, and they're just getting spooked. And sometimes I think that transducer pinging off of the hard bottom is kind of freaking these shad out. So it just gives me a little bit more confidence going through shallow area pitching by turning off my graph. Right. Oh, killing me, Smalls, killing me. I think I need to put a speed crawl on there. Ooh, there he is. Look at that, boys and girls. Dude, nice. That was just like a bluegill bite. Felt like a bluegill bite. Don't break my line, Buster. Nice solid fish. That felt just like a bluegill. It's the same kind of bite, that just that tap tap tap. Just set the hook and boom. That was on that little finesse jig, man. Little moccasin finesse jig in the melon color. With the man, look at that hook. That's a good stout hook. That sucker, when it gets in there, that's a nice thing about a small hook, is once you get them pegged, you don't really lose them. Little smallie beaver. Nice fish. Look at that, guys. That's a nice fish. Nothing wrong with that. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that. It happened on the other side of the boat, but it came on that little finesse jig. That's just a 5/16 ounce finesse jig in the melon color. The little smallie beaver on there. A nice fish, man. It felt just like a bluegill bite. Just a tap, tap, tap. And set the hook, and I was kind of surprised. I was just trying to get it away from the bluegill, and man, loaded up on me. Hey guys, appreciate you coming along. Please subscribe if you have not. Like it and share it on your social media, Facebook. Pretty nice fish to end the day. A little bit tougher than I anticipated out here, but I didn't really, I mean, I covered a little bit of water, but I just decided the last hour or so to slow down and just pitch a jig around. So, until next time.
And the sun was coming right here. He's like,